Greetings and welcome back to another episode of Nellie's Test Kitchen. Today we are trying out two viral recipes, chicken calzone and chicken crust pizza. Let's go! So we got a pound of ground chicken, throwing in one egg, apparently the bowl too, about a teaspoon of salt, and a quarter cup or 1 ounce of shredded Parmesan. At this point, you can add other Italian seasonings if you want. I can't, so we're just going to go with this. I'm going to mash this all up, get it together, and then I'll show you the next step. You don't need to see me mashing it together. So I'm going to take about half the mixture. This just feels so wrong, but you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to see what happens. Maybe a little less than half. I want it to be very thin. And I'm going to flatten it out. I feel like it would work better if I was using a rolling pin, but maybe we'll do that with the pizza version. Get out my handy dandy offset spatula. Oh, like I said, this feels so wrong. I feel like it needs to be a different shape too, but I mean, what do I know? Just me over here spreading out raw chicken with my offset spatula. Well, now I know what I'm going to do when I'm spreading out the pizza. This works so much better. All right, now let's get the fillings. Since we're doing a calzone, let's do some ricotta. Honestly, I'm never sure how much to add. To me, it's like, is this enough? It looks a little thin. But you gotta get the ratios right, otherwise it doesn't taste right. It's mozzarella, by the way. And we fold. And try to press and seal. And we get this back out. Aha, there we go. And then the last thing I see everyone doing is topping it with grated Parmesan, which I know they're using like the stuff out of a can, but I don't use that stuff. I grate my own, so that's what we're doing. Oh my goodness, a lot of cheese. Do you have a problem with that? No. All right, I'm gonna kind of fold this over. And we're gonna hope that doesn't set fire in my oven. There. Okay, going into a 425-degree oven. Let's see, let's bake this for 20 minutes and see what happens. I am going to check the internal temperature because I don't trust just waiting till it's browned. So I'll be checking the internal temperature around, I don't know. We'll check it around 15 and see what it looks like and then go from there. All right, so with what we learned, how well this offset spatula works, let's work on this like that. And I want this as thin as I can possibly get it. So this will likely take me a while, so I'm going to turn off the camera. Well, that looks pretty perfect. It's usually at this point where, throw it in the oven, hoping for the best, and things start to go downhill. So we shall see how everything pans out for our hero today. Again, 425-degree oven, and we're going to bake it for about 15 minutes, and I'll check and see what it looks like. So this is after about 20 minutes. The internal temperature is correct. I was looking for 165 or more. So I'm actually going to turn the broiler on because I want this to get crispy. I mean, that looks kind of sickly. Well, that looks a little better. I think it would look better if I had an air fryer, which I do not. But we're going to let that cool, and we're going to finish off our pizza. That's how it looks after 15 minutes. I'm going to add the toppings and then rebake, and I'll tell you how long that bakes for. So I did some ricotta, some butter, because chicken is very low in fat, and some mozzarella. I think I'm going to put some pepper on it, and then I'm going to throw it in, and let's see what happens. That was 8 minutes at 425, and then another 3 minutes under the broiler, and I think that looks pretty fabulous. So now all that's left is to plate it up and do some taste testing. Let's go. Just a word of warning, if you try doing the setup the way they do in the video, where you fold over the parchment paper is going to burn in the oven or whatever you use. My kitchen is currently very, very smoky right now. Anyway, I can't wait to try it. Let me see. I like that. I did not have high hopes for that at all, but that is actually good. I like it. Does it taste chickeny? Yeah, well, of course. Not overly chickeny, though. I don't know. To me, it tastes good. Let's try that pizza. An accident. A happy accident, though. That works. I would say with other toppings and stuff, you wouldn't even be able to tell it as chicken. Not in this circumstance. But, yikes, sorry. Sorry for all the chewing. Anyway, that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Editing Nellie here. Just wanted to say that if I were to make this again, the changes that I would make to it would be, first, I would not use their recipe. I would instead use my chicken nugget recipe. Any variation of the chicken nugget recipe I think would taste better. And I think the texture would be better. So if I was going to use it also as a chicken crust, I would not bake it as long the first time around, and I would not have it as thin. The thinness actually doesn't work real well when you get to the crust, at least in my opinion. Yeah, so I mean, I liked the flavor of it, and I thought both of them turned out pretty good, and my mom loved them. So just wanted to say what I would do if I could do it over again. And now that's all. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.